Once, Lord Buddha came to preach to his disciples. He had a beautiful handkerchief in his hand. The thousands of disciples waiting were surprised to see the handkerchief. It was very unusual to see the Lord with anything in his hand. When Lord Buddha was addressing everyone, he started tying knots in the handkerchief. Everyone looked at him in anticipation. After tying 4 to 5 knots in the handkerchief, he showed it to everyone who had gathered there and asked them, "Is this the same handkerchief which I had brought with me initially, or is there any difference?" One of the disciples said, "Lord, the handkerchief is the same, but its condition has changed." Lord Buddha said, "Correct. But if I wish, is it possible for me to bring the condition of the handkerchief back to its original form?" Another disciple replied, "Lord, it is possible, but you will have to untie all the knots from the handkerchief." Lord Buddha asked, "How would you untie the knots?" "Will the knots will be untied by pulling the handkerchief?" One more disciple replied, "Lord, if we observe carefully and figure out exactly how the knots have been tied, then it will be easier to untie the knots. But if we don't know that, it is also possible that by pulling the handkerchief, we might make the knots tighter." Lord Buddha explained, "Exactly. Many times we argue and quarrel with our friends and family. If we insist that only we are right, then the knots become tighter, and it causes a division with the other person." As he untied the knots, Lord Buddha explained, if we analyze the reason behind the knots, and without expecting anything from the other person, try to remove root cause of the knots, the relationships would become smooth just like this handkerchief.